Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Workers and Resources. I hope you're having a great day. It's right before winter, October 17th. And check out this notification message that I just got. Global market report. It says the price of coal ore on the market is rising. It seems prices may take several months before returning back to normal. Yeah, check that out, man. Right as we get our own coal supply just hooked up and ready to rock, this game throws a random event that raises the price of coal. Wow. You can't plan this shit. You just can't do it. Let's take a look at the economy here. Now we're struggling a little bit, you know, like to make money, to make profits and stuff, right? It's, you know, it is what it is. We're kind of flat. We tend to use money as fast as we make it, and maybe just a little bit slower, unfortunately. But let's take a look at the prices in the global market. So coal ore, you know, it says coal ore's price is going up. Not coal, just coal ore. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. Never mind. I would like to get tourism going. I would really like to get tourism going, and like more so than we currently are is what I would really like to do. Let's take a quick look over here. Now we need to prepare for winter, and there's one thing. Oh, can we not? What's happening here? Distribution center. What the heck, man? You were the chosen one. You were supposed to bring balance to the fuel tanks of this. Huh. Okay. Well, we apparently don't have that. Is there another distribution center? So I have this one, but this one is like purely dedicated to the crops and stuff, right? No, sorry. This is dedicated to the food network. So this one is going to take food from here and bring it and distribute it everywhere. I don't actually have that set up yet, and I would kind of like to do it today. But before we get into that, there's a couple of things I need to plan out. And let's take a look at this really quick. And we're gonna go back and visit that. But take a look at this really quick. So, and I'm gonna leave it paused just temporarily. So we're doing great on actually getting coal working, right? And everything's fine, but every once in a while we just don't have workers all the time. It just takes the train to come back here. So basically these guys are done with their shift. They're gonna wait for the train, and then the train will arrive, and then everybody can get out, and then, you know, whatever, we go from there. But while they're working here, well, they need heat in these locations. We actually don't have any way to heat this right now. And instead of bringing pipes all the way over there, which makes absolutely no sense, why don't we just set it up right here? There's a coal source right here. We could just use it directly. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to set up heating infrastructure here, and we're going to use one of these really small heating plants. We don't need a whole lot of juice here. It's just not quite possible to get off of storage with any of this. Like, I can't get that to work. I may want that rail to continue, so I don't want to block it. So instead, I'm just going to go directly off of this. And all that we're going to do is we're going to set up the heater, be as close to these buildings as we can get. But also want a direct connection. So I guess we'll go about like this. Yep. Let's not build with rubles. I had to move some power lines around, and I just had that on still. All right, so we're going to build this next, and this is going to provide heat to these buildings. Now, I don't know if it will get that coal, and I'm actually tempted to reposition this in the absolute middle, but that means I need to use either trucks, or I need to... Now, wait a minute. Where's the conveyor outs? These are in. So all the outs are on this side, yeah. Do I really want to... That's a question. Do I really want to take up this extra out when I could potentially use it for another aggregate storage? Because it's possible we make it so fast that we fill this up, and we may want to fill up another one. You know what, though? We could actually... Now, here's an idea. Right off of the conveyor here, this is already established. We could set the heater up right here if it fits. Does it fit there? It's close. It is rather close, but I don't think it's going to fit here. Maybe here. Oh, it's very close. It actually comes right off the storage if I did it there. I might be able to move that road. But I think the more ideal situation, the more ideal location is right in the middle. If I put it over here, I'm going to provide heat. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the only building we have to provide heat for? Because if that's the case, then this is fine. Actually, we don't have to provide it to the... Well, we need to provide it to that too, I guess. Which I can just run pipes from that. So why don't I put it right here instead? There's another processing plant right here. Assuming we get this up and running, we could just do this. Yeah. So if we have this go about like... Well, I certainly don't want it here. I want it to serve one of these locations. So, and I don't want to get in the way of this. It's fine right here. We'll just run another heating pipe to here to get that. It's fine. So we'll build this here. And people will come in here and work, right? Just easy peasy. Cool. Hopefully that's cool. This is getting done. It's got a lot to go, but it's getting there. And then we'll have a lot more coal. I don't think we're having really all that much of a problem keeping up with coal, though. As long as there's workers in here, we're usually very good. The coal train is going to also... I think what I'd like to do, because we're not building as much right now, I'm not sure it's this critical to make this much steel. It's hard to tell how much steel I have, but I'm pretty sure we have enough steel on an ongoing basis to do the kinds of things that I want to do right now. Provided, of course, it's because I don't think runways for the airport, I don't think runways take steel. And taxiways and stuff, like all that stuff is all very concrete, asphalt heavy. So I want to set up another concrete asphalt, and I think that's going to be right here. I think. We already have the gravel quarries built. They're just sitting here waiting for somebody to do something. So I could get that processing going on right here. And then the same people who, well, I can't say the same people. Actually, if we build it over here... Then I can get passengers. I can get workers here to hook up to it. How do you not have power? I'm pretty sure I positioned you specifically to give this. Well, I did it for the bus stop. I'm going to tear this down. Yeah, I'm going to have to tear this down. The thing I was doing with power cables is I set this up as a splitter because this was already ran. So I split this and then I made a really cheap cable is all I could afford. A really cheap cable over here and hook it up to a transformer or a substation, sorry. And that provides this with power. So now at least we have this. And then this is now hooked up to the distribution network, but it takes forever. I mean, right now we have... This guy's got to go all the way over there, get fuel, and then drive it all the way back over here. I mean, that is really, really dumb. So I think the next stage, right, is this cargo train station could also maybe get an aggregate unload for oil and get all that working with this area. This is where I really wanted to get. I want to get fuel under control because fuel is my exports. And when I'm really, really low on fuel, like I am right now, like I can't export enough to keep my money up and afloat. So like this is always zero. It's very bad. So I mean, if I don't build anything and I just let it run, then we do accumulate money very slowly, but we do accumulate money. We're technically positive, but it's not very fast. I know this makes it look like it's fast, but this is for the month, right? This is rubles for the whole month. So 126,000 per month is like it's okay. But if I'm going to be building things, I mean, just this one this iron mine alone is 260, right? So, like, if I want to build things and get it going, I need to make a lot more money than that. So currently, it's okay, but it could definitely be better. So what I'd like to do is hook this up. So we've got 5 pump jacks here. And again, this is like, you've seen this before, so I don't really need to go super in depth with how it works. But we're going to need an oil refinery to turn this into fuel, and then off, and away. And I would like to do this in a way where we don't add a ton of pollution to this area. So part of me really wants to do it here because this is already a work zone. We already have passengers getting dropped off here. Could work. Passengers could get on this line. From here, we can get a passenger train station. It could hook up to this existing rail, ride it over to here, split off from here Like from right here, you could split off and then go like this and then back out, right? Like that's the doable thing. I might work on that. But for now, I just got to figure out the logistics and how to pipe it all in. And I think I want underground pipes here again. I like the way the underground pipes work, and it allows me to place things over top of them. So if I'm going to do underground pipes, I would need to feed all of this into a merger point, which would be positioned as far away as possible. So this would go as far as it can go. There's about here, and then maybe we back up just a tad bit. Let's go about here. Then we add a 3-way merger point onto this. Gonna have to go about here, I guess, with it. And then we go underground to... Oh, high. Really? There we go. Underground there. And then these are going to be close enough now because they weren't as far away. We just hook these up. And so thankfully with these 3 can hook up with a single pump, which is really nice. Now, if I was to do the refinery here, we wouldn't actually need any extra pumps. This would be a fairly cheap setup. But again, I'm trying to maybe not get a ton of pollution. The advantage of putting it right here, though, is that all of these guys get to just walk to work, which is really appealing. I'm not going to lie. That's really appealing. Yikes, man. Now I'm conflicted again. I think I'm going to do it. I think the hell with it. Pollution is pollution, but whatever. Let's, where am I going to put the refinery? And also, let's examine exactly how much pollution the refinery is. If we're not doing tourism in here, and I don't plan to do tourism here, so if we're not doing tourism here, then the pollution matters a lot less. We're obviously going to have zero pollution going on in the main city, and that's where all the tourism is going to really be focused. But even Gradstali has very little pollution, but it still has some. You know what? These helicopters, give me a second. These helicopters are not getting service with fuel. I have $56,000. Let me just pop a little bit in the tank. And you know what? Honestly, let's buy a couple of trucks and get this thing hooked up to distribution. And I would really like to get a local source for oil, or for fuel. I'm thinking of putting it right here. A big old fuel tank right here. And then we run the line from over here. And we can run it along this to get it to here. The only other alternative is to get a fuel train to take it here, which is using fuel in and of itself. I like to have large purchases that pay me back over time. I think that's a good forward way of thinking, I guess. Forward thinking way of doing it. And so I'm okay with spending extra on, like, say, conveyor belts, for example, knowing that I don't need any trucks or any intervention whatsoever from people. I'm okay with spending extra to get the forklifts running so that I don't have to have any trucks on the road. It's like a set it and forget it sort of method that lets me have supplies when I need them at the expense of significant expense up front, but it saves me over time by not having my fuel network completely bogged down. And that's what we have. I mean, all of this, and there's like, hi, where are the trucks? You know, there's just not a whole lot going on. And it's not because there's nothing happening, it's because I don't need trucks. And that's great. I really like that. Okay, so hopefully this gets hooked up, though. And it would be really nice, honestly, if a train that's carrying fuel could provide fuel to one of these two. Like, if it has a full tank, it could, like, I guess, offload into the diesel station. I mean, I guess one way to do it, one way you could do this, I guess, would be to take the unloading and loading, right, and connect it right like this, and then have them unload the fuel into that, which would be really weird. It would work, though. You could have an unload load right here. The train could be carrying fuel. It could then unload the fuel into this, and then if it's running low itself, it could stop and fill up before it goes. You could technically do that. Yeah, absolutely. And then you wouldn't need trucks. You wouldn't need it connected to the network there either, because it would just do it, you know? Yeah, distribution network truck there, just adding a little bit there. It takes so much fuel, though. Like, it's using so much fuel to just get it there. It's not really worth it. Okay, oil network. Let's refocus, okay? Let's look underground here really quick. So I'm thinking if we're doing the refinery, it's going to be in here. If we're doing the... Nope, it's here. Yep. Oil refinery. It adds how much pollution? 34.2 tons per year. That's a big one. It's also going to draw lots of power, so I'm going to need to upgrade this line to include more power now. I could do it back here, but then it just increases the... I think I have to do it over here. It puts it closer to where I want everything to be. And even though it cost me a couple of extra pumps to get it here, if I set up this process right here, it keeps this away from these citizens. They can then take a passenger train over to... Honestly, if I put it right here, I can use the same passenger line. It's really attractive to do it this way. The only downside is, like, a ton of pipes. And, you know, like, we have resources to do that now, so maybe it's not so bad. How much would it cost if I wanted to make these pipes right here? What's it gonna run me right now? So 143 tons of steel, 18 I'm like, we have this stuff. You know, like, this isn't that hard to obtain. We don't even need asphalt or anything. We do need the concrete, but only 47 tons of it. This is doable, man. I think we could just build this with resources and move it over. I have some time. So why don't we set it up? Maybe if I can get this. What's your range? You got good range right now? Not really. This is only 151, so we could theoretically get over here if I made the... if I made this. Let me see. If I drop the oil refinery... If I drop this over here... Let's hypothetical this. Yeah, I did it again, see? If I say, hypothetically, if I say the oil refinery is located here, okay? Let's, I need to flatten the ground, I guess. Do I want the pipes facing, I want the pipes facing this way, don't I? Yeah, because it's going to go that way. Ooh, that's a good point, though. It's going that way. No, we should do it over here. Yeah, it should be over here. And then I guess we'll have to have another passenger stop. We can do a small one, though. We don't need a really big one. And then we hook this up, and maybe this passenger train drops people off, and then it makes a detour and then whips itself back around. That's not bad. We can make this work. I'm going to make this work over here on this side. So we're going to go around here. This should be, I think, far enough away from those guys, hopefully, for the pollution's sake of it. So we'll build it, let's say, here. And then we're going to need new rails. So the idea being that we use passenger trains through here. We have a small passenger stop. So if we want a small platform at 600 passengers, and we could set that up on this side. Although, do I really... Well, which direction is it coming from, the passenger train? You know, I could... If I make... Okay, hold on. If I make... the passenger train longer, right? I'm getting frame skips now. That's interesting. If I make this passenger train longer so that it has more than 240 workers, do you think it would drop off some people here and then continue and drop off more people somewhere else? And now, you know, I'm looking at it now, though, and I actually am going to change my mind again. Because if I want it to be over here, why not just make it over here? You have a train station. It's right here. It's ready to go. You could manufacture everything in this little spot. Plus, we want things to refuel the planes. I'm going to build it here instead. I just think it's... I think it's, for the long term, it's just going to be better to have this thing processed where the people are. And I can get passenger trains to move in here a lot faster and easier than I can get them, like, talk these people into going here. Plus, if I can just... All I need is a passenger train station in this town. And this town is no... I mean, honestly, maybe we do have tourism over here. There's water and everything. I think it just makes more sense than trying to force it to be over here. We have people here. Let's do it here. And then we want the fuel here. We need to use it here. The distribution network really wants it to be in this area. So I think we just do it here. Plus, we're already providing heat. Just not power. It's just not power. Yeah, speaking of that, I think I want to move that too. But let's talk about the oil refinery and then we'll do it. So the oil refinery, I think if I place it over here, right, it keeps it away from the people still. There's lots of pollution, but it's not that big of a deal because it's way away from the people. And we could place this like right here. We want the input for the oil to be on this side though. But it's okay, because these guys are coming off the train terminal, and they can just walk on that really small sidewalk, like, right into here. So we're going to go, like... Wait, that's out. Oh, no, the in's on this side. Wait, that's what we want. Yeah, so we're going to go about like this with it. And that hooks it up to power, strangely enough. This has power, but this does not. Okay, so clearly this is the problem. We're going to take this away. I'm going to demolish this thing. This complete failure of a... Like, I do this all the time. I'm always leaving these substations like a meter. Look at this. Like, from here, right, it's right here right now. This is where it is. And that's where it needs to be. Like, it's just, you know? Like, come on, man. Put this right here instead. I'm also going to want to connect it, like, the tanks and stuff, too. So, actually, why don't we set it over here? Or set it over here. We just don't have a road connection with it. So, I might need to... I'm going to need to run a road through there anyway, I think. Let's run a road through here. See what we can do. If I run a road this way... You do hook up. Good. This is already hooked up. The road connection for this side could easily happen here. And I kind of want this to be a little cleaner. So we'll go like this. Nope. A little bit farther now. I'm a little bit picky here. Do I need to be picky? I really don't need to be picky. Let's stop being picky. Also, let's cancel the plans because I really don't need asphalt roads there either. So we'll just go... Yeah, we'll go like this. This is fine. And then connect it here. Hey, now. You were... Okay, good. Okay, so given that that's happening, and we can go ahead and build that, we'll take the transformer, the substation. We're going to pay rubles for this because I disconnected power from important stuff, like heat, before winter. So, yeah, we're going to definitely do that. But I'm considering putting it right into here. If it'll let me, I can put it right here. Yeah, let's just stick it right here. Or up here. It's a little closer to everything then. There's so many choices. What do I do? I put it right here is what I do. I want to see it connect. Yep, there. There, right there, right there. There. So this is now going to run up, which I'm not going to move it. I could clean it up, but I'm not going to move it. So it's going to run up and go like... this, because it's not clean, but it's something. It's there. Good. All right, so this is connected to power everywhere now, provided of course it exists. There it goes. It does have to exist. That is a prerequisite. No way. No way, dude. You gotta be kidding me. How do you not have power? That substation's range sucks, dude. God, why am I not paying attention to that? Oh, God, I keep doing this. How far away was I right there? How, like, you gotta be, like, another, like, come on. I hate this. I hate these things. Useless. All right, right there, building infrastructure. You have got to be connected to everything there. Like, there's just no way. You're absolutely connected to everything there. Don't lie. You scallywag. Go here. I'm gonna use dollars for it now. You don't get my rubles. Nope. You get that stupid capitalist money. That's what you get. Here, and cross. I can go straight across now. You lose. I win. I can go straight across the tracks now. It looks not clean, but it looks good. Ish. Looks fine-ish. Yeah, it's... I don't like it. I don't... We should be proud of our work, right? When we work really hard for things, we should be proud of our work. So, now we can be proud of it. There we go. Tell me you're powered. Good. Yes. Powered. Good. Excellent. Everything is powered. Fantastic. Okay. Oil refinery here. So that means I'm going to need to run the pipes this way, which, I mean, I was going to need to run a pipe this way anyway. That's the thing. I was going to run the fuel line here. So I might as well it doesn't cost me anything extra to do that. The only difference is that the labor is located here, which is where the labor is already located. I like this idea much better. Never mind. Okay, pipeline. I need to drag you out to this way, which thankfully it's about where it needs to be anyway for this to hook up. So we're going to go about, let's say 260. I want that road to be straight probably. So can I go on just on the other side of it? I think that takes care of it. And then this is a merger point. So we're going to want to do a merger point like so. You know, it might actually help me to go like this just so I can get those extra stuff in. Like these two might have a hard time getting around that pipe to hook up. But if I do it like this, then they can get in really easily. So let's try this hookup. Too steep of an angle, no big deal. We'll just use this handy pipe cancellation command, which has this convenient and very easy to understand red X on it to get that done. There we go. So those are all connected now. And then we run this. Are there any other sources of oil in this area that I can get? Because I'm running really low on it. All right, so it looks like we have some back here. I want to get these hooked up to it too. We might as well, right? So let's get these hooked up. Money's going up again. Good old train exports, man. Let's go. I'm actually, to export that much, I'm probably out of bitumen now. I bet you that's a full tank drain. There's no way I can produce it that fast. So that has to be completely drained now. Let's go all the way back here. This one I think is on the border. Yeah, that's not even in my... They do that. They show you sources that are outside of your area just to tease you. Look, you could have had our oil. Yeah, but this one is in my borders, so I can have this one. All right, so what do we got here? We got a 76. Looks, I think we can get 2 here. Maybe we go with possibly even 3. We go back as far as this one. And then we can hit, I think, maybe 1 more. Yeah, let's not go... I think we could probably only realistically use 1 more here. 15%, 20... Yeah, we kind of got the whole source. I don't know, we could... If I put this up a little bit higher, you know? Like, if I go just a little bit higher on this, I might get a good... I don't like putting down a pump jacket unless it's at least 50%. And, you know, like, this one is... Nah, we'll do 2 here. We'll do 2 here. If I can get 1 more that's like 66, 65, 66 seems to be the highest. So we'll run that, and I'm basically using the whole source. It's like there's a little bit left, but whatever. And then what was that other source? It's up here, right here. We got a couple of sources here. 43% is not great, but there's no other way to get this little bit. This 71 is pretty good. I can probably grab 2 50s on this. Maybe 2 40s. But 2 40s is better than 170, right? It's just math. So I'm going to take maybe this one, that's 55, and then this one here is 35. I mean, that is better as well. So, like, it's not a huge deal. We're going to combine all these into a 3-way anyway here. So this is going to be a 44. That was a 43. Let's just make sure we get that 1% because it matters, okay? Because it matters so much. Although that dips into that to get that. So maybe the 43 is what we want. Whatever, 40, 41. Yeah, it's going to be 43 here. That's what it's going to be anyway. Okay. And then for over here, we can go maybe 45 and 45. 47. I mean, that's pretty good. 47. Yeah. 48. 48. Okay, let's figure out where our pumps are going to be here. So we're going to take our pipeline, head underneath the ground. We're going to go as far out as we can. That's this direction, yep. So we're going to go as far as we can. The back one, because it's the furthest away. And it's going to go about like... Actually, wait a minute. There's more than just this, right? Like, I have this whole one over here, too. We might want to really analyze how much oil is over here. This might end up being better than... I mean, it might be. This is actually pretty bad. Wait, that can't be it. That is the source. Well, it's pretty bad. Maybe it's talking about that one. We can go this way too. There's a source over here near the water. Near the water? Oh, right here. Here we go. All right. So 40% there. We got a couple here. Best I can get is about 77, 78. Okay, so if I was to go maybe like that, and then I can get a 50% on this. So instead of getting 178, I get a 60 something and 53. Seems good, man. And then up here, I guess I could take this 40. I don't like to take it, but I'm going to take this 40. Okay, so that's a good source. And then all the way we go over here. Yep. So this area is definitely a 2 pump jack area. I think I can get all of it with 2. We'll take a 77 here, and we can go and grab like 58. I think I saw. Yeah, here. So we're missing out a little bit there and a little bit there, but I think we pretty much covered that pretty well. I don't really want to do a 23, man. But, I mean, we're doing 3, 3, and 3. We're going to have a pump there anyway. It's going to merge in anyway, whatever. Let's just cover the whole source. I don't care anymore. If we're going to do that, though, then I should move these over and get that little bit extra. So, like, now this can be adjusted to accommodate more of it. This is still about 50% if I can do this. I think I saw 50 here. This is just, like, oil all over again. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Oil all over again. Yep, there's the 50. Grab it right there. Okay, that's definitely a good usage of the source. So I'm going to run pipes, and we got 3, 3, 3, and then 3 here. That's a lot of pump jacks. And then we're going to send them over to these 3, which then work in tandem with these 2, which I can probably get another one in this group and just have this always be 3s. So it puts the 3s to a whole new meaning, doesn't it? I could just do the 39 here. That's not bad. I could. And then we have the pumps meet up with other pumps. And then we'll have pumps on pumps on pumps. 39, fine. Drop it down. Okay, I'm going to configure all of the pumps and the underground pipes and all that stuff to get it all worked up and hooked up, and I'll be right back. So, funny thing has happened while I've been doing this. I've decided to do above ground pipes instead. Because, like, when I started the game, it was a very small difference in money. It didn't matter as much to me, because I had a whole bunch to start with and whatever. But as I'm building them myself, I look at the resource requirements. The above ground pipes just need steel and mechanical components, while the underground ones require steel and mechanical components, but also require concrete, which is harder to get for us. We only have one source really, really far away for it. Gravel, same thing for now. And boards, same thing for now, although we are shipping them to local or more local storage. And so as a result, I kind of went, you know, I'm not really going to use this area. I've been looking at different resources and stuff, and like aside from oil, there's really not a whole lot I'm interested in over here. There's a little bit of coal here, but like not enough to where I'm going to form another town or anything. So I'm okay with them being above ground if it means I'm never going to use them or use this area. But the other thing that I thought was kind of interesting is that these are kind of forming into 3 branches. And, well, funnily enough, these merger points actually come into 3. So everything is 3 today. Basically, I can bring this all the way up to here and get a merger point here, which is going to go, I think, right here, hopefully. And then I can hook that up there. And then I can get another one right at the end of this. See what's happening here? It's merging. But we're going to do it a little bit further up if we can. So right here. And then this pipe is as far as it can go. So we're going to merge or make this one about there. And of course, we'll need to get Like, we need to get roads and stuff out this way. We're not going to need fire department per se. I am going to have a fire department, and this, as far over this direction as possible. We'll get that thing with a helicopter, and then it can cover this. If it can't cover this, well, then I'll just replace them when they burn down. They're just pump jacks and pumping stations. It's not going to cost us that much to replace them. So I'll just replace them if they burn down, like I was doing in the early days. So for this one, to merge these together, I need to go as far as I can over here. This should probably do it, about 310-ish. Okay, and then this one here is going to go about 300-ish or so, as close to this one as we can go. About 300-ish is good. This one can easily reach it, so we're going to go about there. And now that these three, it does look like a tree, man. It's just like, hey, look at that, huh? And then we can merge them all together with these pipes right into a single merger station, and then we just have the one pipe to take us from there. Take us home. Hopefully this is close enough. This one's a pretty long pipe. It will fit, and it will fit. So there you go. All of this stuff is now merged into a single pipe, which, again, I don't know if there really is a limit to, like, the flow rate, but all of these pipes, none of these are like 100%, right? They're all like 60%, 50%, and they're all just sharing a single deposit. So, yeah, that's pretty good. So these ones are already, a long time ago, they were determined to be underneath the ground, and that's because these ones are closer to town. I would like to do the same thing this time. So, because as I get closer to town, I want to be under the ground. I don't want to interfere with building. So we're going to go out this way, and then we're going to go to about here, I guess. Yeah, right about here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to duck under the ground at this point. So we're going to kind of go in maybe about here. So, and I'm bringing the pipe down to the ground up there, 276. Grab an underground pipe instead and continue it underground. But we can't continue it for very long, but we can now continue it underground if we'd like to. So let's get an underground pumping station at this point. And we're going to put it right about here's where it terminated before. So we'll go about there with it. And then the underground pipe can take it to there. Okay, good. So that now turns the above ground pipe into a underground pipe. And all of this stuff is hooked up, man. It looks pretty good. I mean, this overground pipe thing is, I don't have to look at it once it's set up, right? So this is going to bring all this oil into this area, and now we're producing oil way over there and way over here, and basically the sources that need it are all in the middle of the whole thing, so kind of like we're surrounded by all the fuel we need, and I like it. Okay, underground is what we're doing now, so let me just switch back to this view. I'll set this up, and I'll be right back. All right, here's the start of it all. It comes all the way over here, and these pumps hook up to a new pump. That pump brings it over here, tucks it underground, and then we move all the way over here underground. All of these sources hook up as well, and I even managed to get this spare pump jack that actually wasn't hooked up. So originally this one was hooked to here. This one was hooked to here, so I removed that, and instead I'm going to hook this to here, and then all of this merges all the way over. Every single source merges right to here, and now it's just one pipe all the way up to here. And then here's our oil refinery. So I'm hoping, I don't know this, but I'm hoping this will hook up like that. There it is. Done. Okay, there's our intake, our input. And just in case there is a flow rate, I wonder if there's a flow rate limitation. I really do. I don't know if there is. Should we test this? I think maybe we should test it. I don't know. It's twice as many pipes. You know what? We'll test it after it's working. Then we can start moving it, getting it going, and then we'll test it. And we'll test it by taking all of these sources at the point where all these sources meet up, which I suppose is probably, I guess it'd be like right here, right? This pump right here, I suppose. And what we'll do is we'll change this one. It'll have to be this one, which, I mean, if there's the choke point here, there's the choke point later. I don't care. Whatever. I don't think there is, but I've got a whole bunch of pump jacks lined up now, and it goes into this pipe, and that's it. Whew. So this is all going to go into a brand new oil refinery that's located really far away from town. It's not that far away, but it's enough to where, like, it's close enough to where we can get, you know, like a train to move through here, and, you know, we'll get passengers in this area, and that's going to be great. I'm not spending any money because I know this isn't going to last. But I have stopped. You know, we have trains now bringing things we used to have to pay for. We're not buying coal anymore, which is a less expense, right? No more expenses on coal. And that's helping me too, because it used to be 13 grand every single time that train went back and forth. This is a $13,000 trip plus fuel every single time. And now it's just fuel, and we don't have to pay for the coal, which feels really, really good. So here we go. Coal train. It's just gonna sit here until it's loaded, which I think maybe it doesn't need to do that. But I'll have to get another passenger train. Yeah, I'm gonna take this 350 that I have right now. I'm gonna get another passenger train going. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I just clapped right on my microphone, didn't I? Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you. There's all of this happening right now. And we're gonna take and get a grocery store hooked up here. We have power we can hook up here right now. In fact, why don't we just do that before we end the video? Let's give these guys power, huh? So we're gonna go over in here and somewhere in the middle here. Somewhere in the middle, maybe like right here. Yeah, right here. This almost gives everybody power with one substation. We're gonna need to do we're gonna have to get other people too. They're just really spread out, so I don't think a single substation is gonna get them anyway. I'll need 2 anyway, so we're gonna have to get these buildings in here. So I'll put 1 here just to get, you know, some of them anyway. I'll be right in the middle, maybe. I don't know, like this. Maybe over by this. Let's do over by this. So 1 here. And then we'll do another one over here on this side between houses or something. I don't know, like over here. This should cover whoever I didn't get before. Plus the pump. Oh, and that train station needs power too, doesn't it? Yeah, so we'll probably need 3, but that's why I got it split, so it's all good. Okay, I'll drop it here. And then another one can be like, I don't know, like right over here, I guess. And that's gonna do it. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you. We'll get the power hooked up from this transformer right here. All I have to do is build this, and I'll just take care of that. And there we go. This has power now, and we can get those substations hooked up. So see you next time. Bye-bye.